Good morning, viewers. Today we are going to explore the topic cloud computing. Now, have we ever thought what is cloud computing or why cloud computing? This is going to be interesting. Now, without wasting much time, let's dive into the topic. Why cloud computing? So, what is cloud computing? To provide quicker innovation, flexible resources, and scale economies, cloud computing simply refers to the distribution of computing services over the network or over the internet, including servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence. Now, why cloud computing? Compared to hosting on a local server, the cloud gives businesses more overall flexibility. Additionally, a cloud based service can instantly meet businesses' demand for additional bandwidth rather than requiring a complicated and costly update to one's infrastructure. Let's also look at some of the benefits of cloud computing. Now, I've listed a lot of them. I'll explain a couple to save some time. And in the upcoming videos, we'll go over each and every benefits in detail. Cost saving is one of the topmost benefit. It directly cuts the infrastructure cost. Sometimes it is a direct cost or indirect cost. Now, security also is one of the topmost benefits of cloud computing. Cloud host full-time job is to carefully monitor security and to be stay on top on the security. Now, efficiency is also another. Overall, with all the other benefits that are listed here, flexibility, mobility, insight, increased collaboration until sustainability, all these overall increases the efficiency and productivity for business. Like I said, we will cover each and every benefits in detail in our upcoming video. Now, what are the fundamental functions of cloud computing? It reduces capital expenses. It increase directly, the investment, it reduces the investment, including the initial investment in business. Increase data storage capacity. This is also another main function to increase the data storage capacity. Improving stakeholder performance. Ultimately, with all the cloud services, there is an improved performance for all the stakeholders in their system. We all know that getting system updates periodically is an important thing, and regular systems are very key factor and functions in cloud computing. It also additionally provides more security when the systems are up to date. Now, let's look at some of the interesting facts on how did cloud computing evolve. Now, if you see, I've highlighted the years on which certain things were proved. So, if you see in 1915, there were concepts of cloud races with mainframe computing. In 1960s, there was a major advancement in cloud computing when American scientist Licklider conceptualized an interconnected systems of computer. Eventually, in 1969, this, I mean, there was a version of internet that was developed, which is Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. Now, in 1972, if you see, IBM released an operating system which is called Virtual Machine Operating System. Later in 1990s, modern cloud computing infrastructure was developed. And then eventually in early 2000s, Amazon Web Services, one of the topmost cloud services, emerged. In 2007, there are other several companies like IBM, Google, and many other companies joined forces to develop a server farm from research projects. In 2007, the lot of research studies proved cloud computing market will cross more than 53 billion in the year 2021-22. I'm yet to do more research to see what is the number today. That sounds like an interesting fact on how cloud computing evolved. Now, moving on to structure of a cloud configuration. The process of setting hardware and software specifications, placing all the components of the cloud environment will give us the cloud configuration. Now, in this diagram, if you see, we have connected all the components, and we have also, it also depicts how each interconnects. Now, if you see, there are end users here at the end, and there is a firewall. Firewall function is mainly to block all unauthorized attempts into the internal network. And there are edge router. Here is a specialized router located at the network boundary. This specialized router enables an internal network to connect to external network. And you can see other components like internet and all the other cloud computing components. Now, moving on to pros and cons of cloud computing. Now, talking about the pros, we already saw the time spent setting up the system and the space used to set up the infrastructure is not needed. So that is a very big advantage. Excuse me. Cons is sites using cloud hosting can still have downtime, and if the connections between the servers aren't working, so that can also record downtime. So that is definitely a con. We also talked about capital investment. So there is very less upfront investments when it comes to advantages of going with cloud computing. Servers can be deployed instantly. That is another advantage. Traffic spikes aren't a problem here. Cloud is completely responsible of handling them. Increased reliability. Now here, if you see, the servers are in different data centers, data center problems can be less of a concern. Moving on to additional cons, disadvantages. Lack of root access to the servers means less control. Reliance on shared storage results is much higher disk latency, which may be problematic for some of the web applications. Now, there is also increased security risk if hosting provider doesn't offer advanced security tools. Of course, also in the cloud end, there can be data loss or theft or data leakage, which are incidents. Now, moving on to three primary cloud solutions. We already know software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service are the three primary cloud solutions. Let's look at their functions and some of the examples of each of these cloud solutions. Software as a service delivers applications over the internet which are managed by third-party vendors. And these applications can be accessed directly through the web browser. Example, Google Apps, Zoom, Salesforce, these are, and Cisco WebEx. All these are examples of software as a service. Platform as a service is used to develop custom applications and products, which includes middleware, database management or analytics. Now, this is Google App Engine is a good example for this database management, and Windows Azure is another example. Moving on to infrastructure as a service, it includes pay as you go for any storage or networking or virtualization services. And that is worldwide known Amazon Web Services. Moving on, I think this is all with our presentation today. So please feel free to write, and I will also add this in the description. Feel free to write in case of any questions. I can help you clarify those questions. And in the upcoming videos, we will go for more in detail about cloud computing. And once again, thank you one and all for watching, for taking time and watching our video. We look forward for more conversation into cloud computing in the upcoming future. Thank you all.